You're watching Poland Daily Business. Our guest tonight is Jerzy Bielewicz, Gazeta Bankowa writer and economic analyst. Sir, welcome to the show. And please tell us what will happen with the oil price.
Everybody asks this question, and some people say that it was historic day yesterday. The oil prices went down by 20%. And as for now, they are at around 36 for Brent and $32 per barrel for New York crude. What will be next? According to the statement by Russians, the prices might go down even further, the consequence of the situation on the crude market could spread to credit market, and this is the biggest worry at this point. The energy sector is a huge sector of global economy, and there are some players that carry a big load of debt. And if their bonds go from, let's say, triple B to junk, it might pose some problems for credit markets.
So you are saying that Russia is playing with their $700 billion surplus and fund that they can support the lower price of oil in order to finish off the guys who basically have the expensive way of extracting crude oil, like the American
I
shale.
believe that they made a huge mistake, and it's a personality struggle. Mr. Putin decided that he would go into price war. And I would say that it was very much political move, because at this point, I would say the anxiety about coronavirus in the United States gets to a high point. And at the same time, the move by Russia in the crude oil market would increase this anxiety.
This isn't anything new. Only 6 years ago, 2014, we had the price war started by Saudis, although they didn't declare it. They just simply let the oil flow to the market.
Let's say why it was a mistake. Yesterday, not only oil went down, but the Russian ruble went down by 10%. It's at this point it's 72 rubles for $1, and it will cause huge outflow of capital from Russia right away. And
do we see the capital like escaping from Europe, Russia, and Asia to the United States, for example?
Oh yeah, that's a huge move on the market. Yeah, it's going to. That's why at this point the price of sovereign debt, sovereign bonds in the United States went through the roof, and I think. Similar situation in Japanese market. Even yen got very strong comparing to the US dollar. And at the same time, there is some relief for emerging markets because US dollar is not that strong right now. You can see it on the Polish zloty as well. But who knows? You know, the markets are so distracted at this point. Volatile, go down and up every day. And I think Russia lost credibility as a partner, economic partner. Shouldn't do this move at this point of time.
So with this statement, the next will come, will the Russian oligarch who are basically ruling that country do something about the leadership that is lost credibility in the world?
Yeah, they like to cooperate with West, and this move was, killing this cooperation.
Right.
That's very, very bad for Russian economy, and not in a good...
Do you predict that, I don't know, Mr. Putin may lose his post?
That's what I predicted in November last year, and the economic situation, the coronavirus does speed up things all around global markets and economy, and I even predicted this price war on the crude market, and I set the price for crude at 35. And I said that Putin would be in trouble if dollar is for 80 rubles, and it's very, very close at this point. Yesterday it was almost 75 historic levels, and I think at 80 the outflow of capital out of Russia would be so huge that Putin would lose its power, and they would, because it's very archaic politics that he carries out. It's in 19th century, maybe.
Right. But maybe they, in order to save its ratings, he can attack, for example, Ukraine and gather people around the flag.
This would be crazy. I would say that Belarus is and again, there is this use of energy sources as a weapon, weaponizing energy sources, and Russia never changed, but it should, and I think it's a good time to get them changed, because they are very destructive. Let's see what's happening in Syria, Venezuela. Everywhere where they are involved, there is destruction. It cannot go on like this, I think.
So we will see. Anyway, this may be the pivotal moment for the Russia and for the Vladimir Putin, with the low oil price, and Russia has a high cost of delivering the product to the market. Jerzy Bielewicz, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you very much.
And that was it for Poland Daily Business tonight.